Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do a before picture of this place before I clean it up, because man, as you can very plainly see, we're not even really going all around it yet. Even though we mowed here about a week and a half ago. Whew, man, the grass is already, such as it is already high. This is some azaleas I got up here, but that's part of my yard on the other side of them. This is some here on the side of the place. These are some beautiful, massive fern and lily combinations that came from Clark Howard's house. Was brought here by my husband because the people that lived there and bought the place from Clark Howard didn't want them anymore. They were out by the swimming pool. This is my little reflection ball, and it's a real one. It's not no, you know. Made of metal, okay? But it will still, you know, blow if a blower gets on it. Okay. This is, some little, there's some of my jasminoid gardenias back there. And, variegated holly, full of vines, full of, you know, leaves that gotta be raked. Here is another one of my, and these have gotten huge. This is the second one that came from Clark Howard's house. Look at this thing. I mean, it's just huge. There's Mike. He's crying back there because he knows how hard this is gonna be. This ain't gonna be no joke. Okay, on this side over here, this is my side gate, personnel gate. This is my little holly tree and a bird feeder we gotta put up. We go through here. Gotta clean that up. My husband put in a request for me to carry that back there for it to be burned. Alright. This right here is the windows to my dining room. Those are the ones to my living room. This is my dining room. And these are some beautiful Formosa azaleas. Some of which came, whoops. I had this cleaned up, but more stuff fell from. Anyway, some of these came from Vidalia, Georgia. And yes, they need to be clipped. And that right there is like a jasmine, not jasmine, but Japanese camellia. And it's huge, man. It goes all the way up to there. He needs to trim that. This is a tree that that unfortunately is dying. You know, it needs to be taken down. There's some bikes that need to go in the trash. I don't know when the tree's going to get took down because I don't have $20,000 to take it down. There's you know, our little building, little back area, barbecue. I don't know if it works or not. There's Cleopatra Jones' car again. Like I say, man, my brother-in-law needs to come fix this up and let me drive it. I'd be all over town in this sucker, man. It's really cool. These are some clay pots, beautiful clay pots that my husband again brought from rich people's houses. As you can see, some of these still have the stickers on them. You know, they just was gonna throw them in the garbage regardless. You know, look at that. So I've got plenty of things to plant seeds in, and I plan to do some seed planting. Oh God, I wish that car was cleaned up. Oh my God, could you imagine? But look at this window. I wonder if it's original. Yeah, baby. As far as I know, it's original. Could you imagine? This, I really do believe this is the same style vehicle. That it's a L82, whatever the hell that means. A Corvette. It kicks ass, man. He needs to clean this up and let me drive it. Okay. This is the backyard, which actually is still very lovely. This is going to be my next target. There's the old one, as you can see, busted out. This is going to be my new target for hatchet throwing. Yes, I throw hatchets in my backyard. Throwing hatchets, not real ones. And my husband says that he's going to draw a guy with some balls hanging on that for me to throw hatchets at. And we'll see if he actually does it, because I'm going to be throwing hatchets this summer. Oh, God. Here we come into this back area, and I'm not going to go too far back here. Yeah, just kind of show you what's going on, man. This is a chestnut tree. Oh God, look at the wind blowing up there. It's the pecan tree that's right next to it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful out here today. Oh my God, it was so pretty. And back there was trees that went all the way to the other side of the block, man. There was like maybe 200-300 feet before you got to a house, and now there's 10 feet. Ugh, I'm not even gonna dwell on that, because they're not worthy. You know, I come back here and I try to do something, and I got this idiot hollering shit over the fence at me. He's gonna keep doing that stuff, and you know, he did it to my husband, and my husband laughed in their face. He was burning stuff back here a couple of years ago that was along that fence line, and it was about 5 foot high, going all the way across it, so you can imagine. This is where I see the foxes too. Sorry, I don't want to make you sick. I keep moving this around so much. Here's this little burning thing, which basically he's about used it up. There's some more shit to burn. My husband collects things. Sometimes it don't make no sense. Like there's a table with the top off. It was on there, but now it's not. This right here used to be where we planted tomatoes and beans, but rodents ate it up. So we quit doing it. 2 years in a row, they ate it up. Here's my big boy's grave. God bless you, honey. I miss you something awful. He got diabetes at only 8 years old, and he passed away. I mean, I had to go have him put down, actually, his quality of life. It becomes just too poor. My husband really made the decision because he said it just, you know, I was with the kitty every day, and I just didn't see it like my husband did when he was working. And he seen a video I sent him and said, man, that cat's just, he's had it, you know. Hated to have to do that, man. That was terrible. But I was with the kitty to the very end. I promised him, and I was with him to the very end. Even though my husband said he'd take him and I wouldn't have to do it, I was there. I never deserted him. Just like I promised him, I keep my fucking promises. And if you don't like the F-bomb, man, you might not like any of my videos, because I will drop it liberally. I had actually some very beautiful red Canis lilies back here. And I brought them from my in-laws' house, and my father-in-law didn't want them more. The rabbits and the damn rodents finally just killed them. And even though I had this fence around them, that's why there's weeds growing up in there, because I just gave up. I need to take this fence down and just cut all that shit down. This was a success story right here. These were jasminoid gardenias that a rich lady was killing and couldn't take it no more, so she gave them to my husband to throw away. He brought them here, and I researched online how to grow them, where to plant them. This was the only place really I could put them, besides that other place over there. I'm surprised those even live. Over there by the side of my house, where they would grow. And these are the ones that have like the small gardenias. When they bloom, I'll bring it back out here. They're like boutonniere size. And you can see, with all the new growth on there, and there's a lot of it, there's going to be flowers. There's going to be flowers. Another camellia. I'm surprised that lived, but they must like it here. And there's another camellia. My little building. And I'd like to grow some flowers right here. My great-grandmother, this was her house originally. She had all kinds of tulips back here at one time. There's some more of those gardenias. Here's my mower I can't start because you gotta jump start it and hot wire it because squirrels ate the wires. That's gonna have to be rewired. My husband can do it, but it's gonna take a minute. And this right here was my hoopty. And actually, this was a pretty damn cool car, man. This was an 85, I think, Bonneville. And my husband, it looks like my husband just, you know, let it die and then pushed it back here. Just left it here. It's been here for a few years now. It really sucks. You might have body and trunk. There could be one back here, right? Like it looks like a car from the Body Farm, to be honest. The Cleopatra Jones, the Corvette does as well. The Cleopatra Jones car. This right here was where the tree hit my swing, the tree limb, and you can see where it just broke that bitch right off. It wasn't rusty like that. It's been like that for a minute. You can see where it just smashed it. And as a matter of fact, you can see right there part of the log that smashed it. And some more. But you can imagine that falling on your house in the middle of the night, 11:30 something at night. Washing machines, my husband's junk. Forget even trying to get rid of this stuff. You can't do it. He'll flip out. Here's some logs, and this isn't even all of it. some people come and drag some of this stuff off. These are logs that were my neighbor helped me saw these up. That fell on my house. There's some more of what fell on my house. Here's the tree it fell from. You can see the ripped area. Just imagine the size of it, because that right there's the other limb that went to it. And I'm praying that's not going to fall. God help me, right? And I know how people, you know, that have lived through bombings feel, because man, there's my fence. You can very plainly see. You know what I'm saying? We just put that up yesterday, and it's going to have some replacement. There's the part that was broken. We had to replace that. And we come through here on the other side. There's some more of my azaleas. The limb actually fell across here, and if this was not an older home, this house is about 100 years old, not a little bit more. It would have been that limb would have been inside my house, because they build houses like shit these days. It's all show on the outside. Okay, at the top of it actually come here. It pulled the power cable loose from the house. You can see it's put back up there now. And pulled about 4 pieces of that trim down. Replaced it. About 3 or 4 pieces of it were pulled down. My husband and his brother-in-law rewired that and put that siding back up there. And I mean, dudes have got to have skills to do that. Of course, it was turned off at the time. Turned off at the power pole. Dudes have got to have skills to do that. Not just anybody can do that and have it come out okay. Here's my bedroom, and you can see, you know, it broke my window right there a little bit too. I'm going to have to fix that. But trust me, living in this place, I know how to glaze windows. Okay, smashed some of my beautiful flowers. My irises is heartbreaking. I hate when that happens. This is an oak leaf hydrangea. And this is like a regular hydrangea that's under here. I've got to move this, the ones with the blue flowers on it. And there's a real pretty variegated, you can see the variegated an iris. It's variegated. Isn't that pretty? Again, look at all this work. Those are mountain ones right there. I usually have this full of flowers, and actually my yellow canices from last year came back, and some of my begonias, actually they did return. This is my nearly wild roses. They have to be in there to keep the chipmunks from eating them, and voles. There's another one of those gardenias and some encore azaleas that were pulled up out of a commercial setting and brought here. Again, these right here, brought to me from a rich person's house. I forget what they call this shit, but it's real pretty. I could dig that up and move it all over the place. This is my little side garden area. That's my butterfly bush. These are my, these are Stelladoros and raspberry suede daylilies. Usually I would have flowers in these containers already. You can see more of them back there, along with more of my beautiful irises. I had Angelonia serrania planted in here and in there. Who is that? It's Lucy! Hey Lucy! Are you up in there, girlfriend? Look, it's Lucy. Hey Lucy! Hey, say hello to everyone in the internet world. Hey, hi Lucy! I love Lucy. Isle of Lucy. Those right there are the things that went on the, you know, light poles back in the day. They're antiques. A friend of mine gave them to me back when we were fixing this place up in 2012. Did the outside of it completely. Hey, little Lucy. It's going to be pretty. This looks like shit right now, but trust me. I'm going to have this hooked up. You won't even recognize it. That's why I'm showing you now. That's a beautiful lily right there that we planted last year. They've come up. What I'm going to do with this, I can't really afford to plant the kind of flowers that go. It takes a couple of $100 worth of flowers to go in a color bed like this. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is seeds. I wanted to plant Cleome seeds in there, but I didn't have none. Okay, left. Right there is some more of my flowers. I had flowers planted in that. Flowers planted in those containers. Those things right there came from Key West, believe it or not. Actually, it might have been Marathon. I'm not sure exactly the shop that I got it in, but me and my mother went down there back in the 90s. They've been hanging there ever since. Here's my sun thing a friend gave me. I've got really cool, beautiful stuff here. This right here is going to be all full of pretty flowers. It's kick-ass. Again, those containers, everything on there came from rich people's houses. They just didn't want it anymore. Everything, the only thing that I bought was this and this. This right here's got to get planted somewhere too. And these are boxwoods. And this was actually done like up like a candle flame. Like for Christmas, it came here too. Probably they had too many of them. Couldn't fit them all in there. This right here's some of my little hen and chicks. And this come back, of course. My little hen and chicks. And you can see them in there. It's going to be cool. I'm going to move that to a more sunny little area. My azaleas. And here we are. Squeak, squeak. Back to my rat bastards. This is another really cute little, this is the moon over here. I put this over here in my shade garden area because, like I say, my shade garden, you have to plant things that will go into the shade. But it's so cool and nice over here that this is where I have my chairs to sit. And yeah, man, it's beautiful. I mean, I'm very grateful to have this. It looks terrible right now. It's got to get cleaned up. But this house used to belong to my great-grandmother. And I get the privilege of living here now. And, I know it's a mess. Don't laugh. It's paid for. But the way I look at it, this place was always my home. It's just now I'm alone here. I don't have my family anymore. And that's a sad thing. I miss my people. I would give everything I own to have them back again. Just like the song says. I literally would give anything I own to have them people back again. Because there's not a day that goes by that doesn't break my heart that my family's gone. It just kills me. I mean, it literally just kills me. I can't stand it. Hey, Lucy, what are you doing? Lucy, Lucy, Lou. What you doing, Lucy? Lucy, Lucy, what you doing, Lucy? Come here, Lucy. Lucy, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. This is my little crucifix. Yes, the inside of this place needs it too. I hope we're going to get that done this summer. But this is this beautiful crucifix I got right here. You put like a plant in it, or a little thing and put you a candle. It's up to you, Yeah. Hey, Lucy, Lou. My baby girl. Anyway, there's some more of these things up here. I mean, I have this looking so good. And it will again. It will again. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my journey and have a really great day.